Hi, I'm Miriam Joy and welcome to my studio. We wanted to revisit some of our older but great videos, so we're going to take a look at some of my favorites. I'm Miriam Joy and welcome to my studio. Today I want to show you how to do the twice melted wax pendants. And I know I always say this, but I think this is really one of my favorite all-time projects. It just turns out so incredible every time. You get something different every time. So it's a lot of fun. So let's get started and show you how we do it. These are all the different pendants and necklaces and bracelets and all kinds of different fun things that I came up with using the wax as our color base and adding a little bit of glitter. And see how fun they are. And while we've got all the different shapes and sizes, and you can find some of the smaller ones and different ones in the stores, I found some really wonderful ones that we sell at Miriam Joy that I have not found in the stores. These are deeper. We have an oval. We also have a circle, which I've got running around here somewhere. We've got one here to show you, and pendants and a heart. And these are really, really great. They're deeper. Now the pendant is not quite as deep as the other ones are, but they work just as well. I melt my crayon in my low temp melting pot, and you can find those at miriamjoy.com. I use a Crayola crayon. I break it right about there into two pieces, peel the paper, and put it right in the well and let that warm. And then while it's warming, we're going to use glass eyedroppers, which you can also find on our site. And it's real important that they're glass and not plastic. And you're simply going to set that in the wax in the well, just right like that. And a lot of people want to know how they clean them, and I don't clean mine. I leave one for each color. The one thing that I will do is once I am done with a color is I'll make sure I squish it really well and get as much wax as I can out. You never want to pull the wax all the way up into the bowl, because once the wax dries it hardens and then it's really hard to get it working again. But they're inexpensive enough that you can do one for each color. So that's kind of the basics on how we're going to start that. We're going to do our Halloween spider web next, and in that I'm going to use the glitter crayons. This is a orange, and it's got the black in it, and then the black has the orange in it, so they work really well with each other, and they're fun at Halloween, and those are the glitter crayons. So it's going to take quite a bit of the orange, so we may have to stop and peel some more crayon in here. You're going to fill it up, but you don't want it above the edges. All the way around. And I've got to make just a little bit more crayon. It seems a lot when you're just using one color instead of a bunch of colors. And just so that middle part is not dipping in very far. Now this is all still pretty much one solid color, so I'm not going to worry about letting it cool this time. And I'm going to go ahead and add my black right at the top here. Right there. We're going to pull down from that, make our spider web, and I'm also going to just pull it kind of across. You could do one solid line. I'm going to try bending them just a little bit this time. And we've got that all done. So we're going to go ahead and heat it, because again it's all the same warmth. And I'm going to use my hobby knife this time. Make sure you have it beside it warming up. Now we don't want to blow those around very much at all. So once those are liquid enough to move, we're just going to pull, and it's not quite liquid enough. If you get a ridge in it, if it's too soon, just pull it back up and just let it warm up. That's okay. This could actually be a little bit more liquid. And we're going to go ahead and pull it down there and there. And I want to see about adding a little bit more in between so we get that real spider web look. So we've got that. I'm going to set him back up where he's a little bit more even so that he's all nice and neat, and then we're going to trim off his sides. And I'm going to try something a little bit different once we get this all cooled off. I'm going to try to put a spider on top of it when we're doing our sealer with our either a 3D or our Mod Podge, either one of those. So we'll let that cool just a second, and then we'll put that together. So this guy has dried, and then I'm going to go ahead and put my sealer over the top. And I think instead of letting this guy set in and try to get him right, this is just a spider ring, and I cut off the bottom, and I'm going to put some E6000 on him once this is completely dry, and just glue that right on top so he'll look really neat. And you might have to set something on him a little bit just to hold him down. Otherwise, I'm afraid that would sink into our lacquer, and we don't want to do that. So that is our little fun Halloween web one. And we can use different things to cover it. We've got 3D crystal lacquer and we've got Mod Podge. You may find that you prefer one over the other. The Mod Podge is supposed to be a little bit more heavy duty, so you could use that one if you prefer. So, but the crystal lacquer, I did a few of them with the crystal lacquer as well. So that's the reason we do not want the wax above, is we have to make sure that the crystal lacquer or the Mod Podge touches the metal. If it doesn't touch the metal, it's not going to seal the wax completely, and it's real important that we get a nice heavy coat on this so that the wax is sealed completely and it doesn't melt if somebody was wearing it and go anywhere. So that's real important. And I start around the edges, make sure we're touching that metal, and just work your way in, and it's going to be a nice thick coat. If you have any bubbles, you can usually get them out with a pin, a straight pin, or come out. Sometimes you can just grab them and they'll come out. And we're just going to keep going around and around. Now you can see my wax actually goes down in, but that's okay because this is where the coat on top is going to cover all of that up. So then you would just let that completely dry, and that's going to take a while, probably overnight, if not longer, and just make sure it's nice and flat. And then once that's dry, all you're going to do is take your chain and run it through, and you have a neck. If you've enjoyed our video today, come on over to miriamjoy.com, where we've done a class DVD on the twice melted wax necklaces. And if you think that's easy to say, try it a few times. And there's Christmas ones, Halloween ones. We've got, shows you how to do a stone, and we've also got kind of an oriental one there for you. So check those out. They're a lot of fun. I'm sure you're going to get as addicted as I did.